One of the most impressive sites in Acre and in all of Israel are the Crusader Halls. The complex includes impressive spaces, from the central courtyard through the massive pillar hall with its magnificent support columns, the impressive dining hall known as the Hall of Columns, with columns decorated with flowers and rosettes, the northern hall divided into 6 separate spaces with 10-meter-high vaulted ceilings, the beautiful hall adorned with hewn stones and designed windows, and even underground rainwater storage systems and original bathrooms. These halls served as the center of the Hospitaller Order, one of the most important Crusader orders. Here, the Knights of the Order lived, ate, and organized themselves as they defended Acre, which was then the capital of the Crusader Kingdom in the land of Israel. The halls were discovered by chance in the 1960s, when sewage pipe installation work revealed the existence of these impressive structures beneath the surface. Scientific research at the site began in 1992 and continues to this day, uncovering additional secrets from the Crusader period. Today, the Crusader Halls are part of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites and constitute one of the best preserved and most impressive Crusader sites in the entire world. The Kingdom of Jerusalem was founded in 1099 following the First Crusade. Jerusalem became the capital, while Acre developed into the main port and gateway to the Holy Land. After the Battle of Hattin in 1187, Saladin conquered the kingdom and ruled for about 4 years. In 1191, Richard the Lionheart reconquered Acre after a 2-year siege during the Third Crusade. Unable to recapture Jerusalem, the Crusaders established their new kingdom along the coastal plain. Acre became the capital of the Second Crusader Kingdom. The Hospitaller Order moved its headquarters from Jerusalem to Acre, where they rebuilt and expanded their complex. The structure was built on 2 to 3 floors around a central courtyard with underground water cisterns and sewage systems. So far, about 5,000 square meters have been excavated, including the central courtyard and the northern, eastern, and southern wings. The Northern Hall is one of the most impressive wings in the Crusaders Halls complex. Built directly against Acre's northern city wall, this wing was originally constructed as one large space, later divided into 6 separate halls by walls with arched openings. The chambers are covered with barrel vaults reaching 10 meters in height. The exterior walls showcase massive construction, hewn stone walls, 3.5 meters thick. Windows were opened in the southern wall, and the hall has 2 entrances. One from the south that connects through a 3-meter-wide covered corridor to the Pillar Hall, and another from the north that led to the moat north of the headquarters, and from there to St. Mary's Gate in the northern part of the city. According to archaeological research, 6 of the 9 narrow and elongated halls served as storage rooms. 2 functioned as rainwater cisterns collecting water that drained from the fortress roof, and 1 additional hall served as a passage to the central courtyard from the north. The Pillar Hall, known as the Grand Manoir, is one of the most magnificent spaces in the complex. This vast hall covers approximately 1,200 to 1,300 square meters. The structure features about 15 identical sections, with cross vaults reaching 8 meters high, supported by square stone pillars arranged in 3 rows. The central ceiling has been preserved from the Crusader period, while collapsed sections were restored in modern times. The hall served as the assembly and ceremonial room of the headquarters, where Hospitaller Knights gathered for important meetings. east of the Great Pillar Hall, another hall was discovered. This hall has no direct connection to the Hospitaller complex, but rather to the public street that passed from the east. The hall sits 2.5 meters lower than the surrounding buildings, and its floor is hewn directly into the natural rock. The hall is built with 6 cross vaults reaching 5 meters in height. Aside from an entrance from the south, the hall has no windows or other means of lighting. The room has no windows, is disconnected from the complex itself, and is built at a lower level than the quarter's living areas. All of these reinforce the theory that this structure is the prison that existed in the Hospitaller quarter and is mentioned in documents from the period. Deep holes in the walls once held heavy chains used to restrain prisoners. South of the Hospitaller complex, an urban street was uncovered that passed through the Hospitaller quarter. The street stretched from a gate in the northern city wall, St. John's Gate, the Hospitaller's Gate, southward along the eastern wall of the Hospitaller complex. After about 50 meters, it turned westward and passed between the complex and the Church of St. John, then turned south toward the Genoese quarter. At this section, a double-winged stone gate was built into the street, allowing the Hospitallers to block the street from public passage during times of distress. On the southern part of the street wall, dozens of engravings were discovered in the plaster, including heraldic symbols, coats of arms, crosses, geometric carvings, and Crusader ship designs. The beautiful hall received its name from the excavators due to its construction, with finely hewn ashlar stones and designed windows set into its walls. The structure is adjacent to the Hospitaller headquarters but connected to the eastern public street. This hall served as a public rest station for pilgrims arriving in Acre. Its elegant architecture and strategic location made it ideal for welcoming pilgrims on their journey to the Holy Land, reflecting the Hospitaller's mission of providing dignified accommodation for Christian pilgrims. The southern street passed between the Hospitaller complex and the Church of St. John, with a gate called St. John's Gate. The first evidence of the Church of St. John was found in a document from the time of Queen Melisenda, 1149, describing the construction of a church named after St. John, located in the Hospitaller quarter south of the headquarters. Visitors can tour the remains of this Gothic-style church, the crypt level that served as a burial place for important members of the order. From the crypt, an underground connecting tunnel leads to the Posta, an area that likely served as the city's hospital. Although in some books this tunnel is described as an escape tunnel, it originally served for transporting sewage from the latrines. The tunnel is part of a central sewage channel, 1 meter wide and 1.5 meters high or more, that crossed the city from north to south and served as the municipal sewage system that emptied into the sea near the port. This underground passage provides visitors with a unique glimpse into the sophisticated infrastructure of the Crusader period. We will conclude our visit to the halls with one of the most impressive, the Pillar Hall. This hall was uncovered in excavations by the National Parks Authority in the 1960s. The hall is built with a system of 8 pointed cross vaults, rising to a height of 10 meters, supported by 3 round stone columns, approximately 3 meters in diameter. The stone ribs supporting the cross-vaulted ceiling rest on capitals integrated into the hall's walls. The capitals are decorated with floral wreaths, baskets, or white lily leaf ornamentation. In some of the cross vaults, carved rosettes have been preserved at the intersection of the ribs. The structure is considered one of the buildings symbolizing the transition from Romanesque to Gothic style. This building likely served as the order's dining hall, with the yet unexcavated hall to its east possibly serving as the kitchen. Our exploration of the Crusaders' halls comes to an end here, but our journey through Acre continues. In the next part of our series on Acre, we will visit the Al-Jazr Mosque, one of the most magnificent Ottoman mosques in Israel, stroll through the vibrant Turkish market with its colors and aromas, and experience the Turkish bathhouse, a stunning example of Ottoman architecture and bathing culture. Thank you for watching. We invite you to explore more content on our channel, where we continue to uncover the fascinating history and heritage sites of Israel.